We have a Wednesday garage sale pop up on Marketplace, so we're gonna go check that out real quick. It's not too far away from us. Heading over there right now, actually. We'll see if we can find some good items. Hello. All three of these units that I picked up from this lady, I asked her multiple times at the garage sale, did you test these? Are they working? And she said yes. And so I ended up paying $60 for the Yamaha and the two VCRs. None of them worked. The Yamaha, the two VCRs, all didn't work. So be careful with these people that you're buying stuff from. I actually contacted her and tried to get my money back. And she said, yeah, I have the sale still today. I couldn't make it that day. And then I was like, hey, I can still stop by. It's local, too. It's like 15 minutes from my house. She didn't answer back ever. So good for her. She made $60 by lying. At some point, I got to stop buying VCRs. I can't. They're such good prices, you know. Got everything for $40. She didn't want to haggle down at all. It's a nice Yamaha receiver, though. I don't know if that's the remote, the Yamaha remote that comes with it or not, though. We'll have to see. But I threw in the remotes nonetheless, even if they're not for them. I'm sure I can sell those separately. I think we can get up to $50 on the Sony, you know, $50 on the Sanyo, and then $60 plus shipping on the Yamaha. So not bad for $40. Plus, we did pick up a couple home items for me. And then we picked up the Sony Walkmans for $3 a piece. If those work, that could be about $40 a piece as well. So that's pretty exciting. And then we saw some Looney Tunes KFC cups, brand new sealed. And we picked those up for $15. Now, I am seeing the full set sell for $30 for cups. However, they are not new. They're pre-owned. These are still sealed in the original plastic. So I think we can get $20 a cup potentially, or lot them up, all three of them, for a price. You never know. Well, good morning, everybody. We are off to a wonderful day. Actually, there is a church rummage sale. It's been a while since I've been to a church rummage sale, and it's kind of in a less trafficy area, so I'm pretty excited to see what we find there today. And then we're going to some citywide garage sales, again, in a less trafficy area. There's actually multiple city garage sales this weekend. It is Thursday, by the way. And I'm going to kind of a different one that's not as advertised, a little further out, versus the ones that are more advertised closer to the city. So I think we're going to find a lot of good stuff today, hopefully, but we'll see what we find when we get there, and I will see you over there in a bit. All right, you guys, great start to the day. I grabbed a lot of stuff that I don't even know if it's valuable, like some soaps and creams even, but some of that stuff can go for good money too. But in general, I don't know if you guys saw those belts. A lot of nice leather belts. I did find some Carhartt pants later as well. And then, you know, you saw some of the other items. I grabbed the Xbox controller. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff, and I think we're gonna make out pretty good. I gave them $48 because I didn't have 50 exactly, and they're like, no, that's too much, you don't have to give that much. And I'm like, I'm literally gonna make 50 bucks off the ink. Oh yeah, I found a thing of ink that sells for about 60, so I'm literally gonna make my money back on the ink. Why wouldn't I donate more money? Donate 50 bucks to the church. So yeah, 50 bucks. They thought that was too much, I thought that was just right. And now we're free to go look at the citywide sales in this other town, and then see if there's another sale I know in town here. So we're gonna check that out too. But overall, really awesome. $5.
Takes a village, right?
Yes.
We'll get there eventually.
Another huge score at this garage sale. I mean, look at these. These are practically brand new roller blades. Crossfire 4.0 is easy 60 bucks right there. I mean, you saw a lot of the stuff we pulled you guys, smaller items, but this right here, this is like a $200 printer, and we still got the Wii bundle too. Paid $66 for everything. Absolutely glorious day for inventory pickups. We got crazy deals so far. I think we're already in the profits, probably over $1,000, I would imagine, just from the items we picked up. So let's keep it going. Let's find more items to sell on eBay. I love living in an area where there's no foot traffic, because that's where you get the best inventories. You just can't beat these prices out here. I'm not sure, this is kind of a gamble, but I know vacuum little parts can go for some decent money. And so hoping this will pay off here. $3 for that. We also got a bunch of eggs, farm fresh. So you can't beat that, you guys. We ate a lot of eggs in our household. $4 a pop, that's usually what I pay. But this is definitely going to go to good use. And then I saw these on the table, and if you know, anything dog collar stuff is usually pretty good money. So we'll have to see what brand this one is. But this one right here is K9 Connection, and it's got the remote as well. So these can go for like 30 bucks or more a pop, and she had them for $1. So I am very happy with that. Again, we're just making money today, going through the rural areas. There's one more sale in this area, and then we're going to head to the citywide garage sales a little later than I wanted to. I wanted to be there around 9, and we're probably going to be there closer to around 10. This is where the best garage sales are at, you guys. Look at this. Just rural AF. Paid $1 for all of this TV he gave me for free. Sansu, but it's got VHS. Not bad. Brand new Freddy vs. Jason projector. Right here. This Logitech keyboard with the dongle and mouse should go for about 40 bucks. So for $1, I mean the TV, I'm gonna say 50, 90, probably 100 bucks in profit right there. So I'm telling you, man, these rural garage sales, this is where you want to be at.
And then,
Guys, the sales are with us today. Well, I mean the buys. Sales are also coming in though. Paid $4 for everything, right? No, sorry. I paid $4 for everything, you guys. That's a Sony Discman, a eTrex HGPS, and a little Mater Cars Hot Wheels. Total value should be around, I'm gonna guesstimate, $85, so not too bad. Cool stuff. And yeah, let's continue onwards. There's so many sales here today. Might be a long day, you guys, but hey, sometimes you got to pick up inventory, because I've been running through inventory, let me tell you. Picked up 3 pairs of Levi's for $1 a piece. Can't go wrong there. Jeans, that is. And gonna go to this garage sale. Guy had an old drill press, probably worth a lot of money. He wanted 150 bucks for it. I don't want to deal with it. It's huge. It's gonna take up my whole trunk. But somebody will get away with a lot of money on that, probably. Found this in the free bin. Can't go wrong with that.
That, yeah, Dennis, he would probably be looking to get rid of the whole works.
Yeah.
He's gonna...
I mean, I'm about 40 minutes away, but I think there's more sales this weekend. So if you want score of the day so far, N64 expansion pack, 2 controllers. We got Mario 64, Pokemon Stadium, Donkey Kong, all the hitters, you guys. Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, and even a Game Shark Pro. Can't beat that. $7 for a pack of brand new Sony tapes and a Panasonic tape player. They had a receipt, $70 back in 1991. So we'll see what it sells for now, but I'm assuming probably 30 bucks. I didn't show it, but I picked up these Red Wing steel toe athletic boots. $7.50, should go for about 50 bucks. You can see they just have a shed back there. It's filled with so much crap, you guys. Everything's dirty. I feel dirty right now. However, I did pick up a bunch of cameras, camcorders, couple VHS players. Paid 80 bucks for it all. Hopefully all of it works. But I think we did all right, considering everything we grabbed. There's a fish finder by Laurent's. We all know that's a good brand. So yeah. They're also selling a school bus for $1,000. Anyways, interesting sale to say the least. Yeah, I'm just over here doing drafts. A bunch of great stuff we found today. All this stuff has been drafted. Look at these belts. I still have to do these, but these are so nice, you guys. This is why I sell everything, because you're just going to miss out on quality inventory. I mean, look at these belts. These are all brand new, by the way. You can just tell these have not been worn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, some of these are going for 40 bucks a piece, but let's just say $20 a piece. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 140, 160. And my ink is going to pay for all of that and all that stuff down there. Anyways, I promised that I would show you the video games we got from that other reseller. So let's get to it. And it's an absolute mess right now. And I just cleaned everything. And then you go selling one time, or go buying inventory one time, and this is what happens. You get a mess again. But that's the life we chose to live, right? Anyways, check it out. So this is actually not part of that. Great deal on that GPS though, $3. A Discman for $1, Sony Discman. We did pick up the Alien VHS trilogy for, I believe, $1. It does say the name here. Hopefully we can get that out. If not, the actual movies here are not like that. And I think this is going for, actually, let's look it up. $20 plus shipping on that, which is not bad. And then I grabbed this other wrestling video. I haven't looked this up, but I believe that's Stone Cold Steve Austin on the front. You got Kurt Angle and Stone Cold Steve Austin. I have a feeling this is a pretty good one, but I actually have another tape already, so I'm going to lot those together. Another WF tape, and should make probably like 20 bucks or something, 15 bucks on those. All right, now for the games. So we paid $45 for all of these. He wanted $5 a piece. We ended up paying $45. We got the Shield. I think this is like a $17 game, somewhere around there. And look at that. That is pretty clean disc as well. The Shield. Way of the Samurai. Now this is a disc only, but I believe that's about a $15, $17 disc. Indiana Jones, you guys, this is sealed. Now the seal is not greatest, but Indiana Jones, Staff of Kings sealed. Jimmy Neutron, I didn't look this one up, but I had a feeling it was pretty good. Again, the games are in good shape. This one's got some writing on it. We should be able to get that off. Not that great, honestly. It's like 12, 15 bucks. Now this one we see is definitely sealed. Agassi, Tennis Generation. I think it's still like 20 bucks though. It's just not a popular game. Aragorn's Quest. Now this one I think is actually like a $10, $15 game maybe. So I just grabbed it because it's Lord of the Rings. I heard this game is really bad, by the way. Alright, then we have this one here. Actually, this one does appear to look like that when it's sealed. So some games have that little sticker on them, but some don't. It looks like they did try to sell this for 1.3 for 20. I think this is legit though, and if that's the case, then we're looking at about $50 to $60 sealed. Blitz the League, I believe this is like a $20 game, but Blitz the League 2 is what you really want. Blood Rain 2, and I know this one's probably $20, $30, maybe $40. I think it's probably 20 bucks though. And lastly, we have Time Splitters, also about a $20 game in this condition. Again, the games are actually really good condition in terms of manual and the discs. So again, depending on if these are actually sealed, some of these could be worth more, but we're still looking at on average about $20 a game. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200 ish, probably a little less than that. And then you got shipping and fees, but I think for sure it's a double up for the $45 we spent. So not too bad at all. You guys know we picked up that Wii bundle right there for 30 bucks earlier in the day. The question remains, is there a surprise game in here? I'm hoping for a Wii Sports or a Mario Kart. Let's go. Sounds like there's something in there. What do we got? Oh, what? Wii Sports Resort. Let's go. I kind of gambled on that. 30 bucks is more than I usually pay for a Wii without really good games. But we got a Wii Sports Resort with a clean disc. Let's go. Let's go. We'll go through the N64 one last time here. My best find of the day. Picked up this watch, by the way, which is pretty cool. I think it's worth like 100 bucks. Paid $5 for it. Vintage Whitnar. Oh, I can't open it. Oh, jeez. There it is. Old quartz watch, but the guy is, I guess, a Swiss watchmaker that moved to the U.S. Anyways, thought that was kind of neat. Don't need to look at that. Don't need to look at that or that. So yeah, today my best find by far was on an ask getting this N64 console with a expansion pack. First he brought the games out and then he's like, do you want the console too? And I was like, sure. Your favorite, the Atomic controller. Stick's not too bad. Tiny bit loose. But you know, that's a good 20 bucks right there just on the controller. Obviously, expansion packs, 50 bucks. Decent stick here. But the games, man, when he brought these games out. So while he was looking for the games, I went into a free bin and I found this Madden 2002, which isn't worth a lot, but it's cool to find a Game Boy game. I see a lot of YouTubers, or I've seen it a couple times where YouTubers go into a free bin and they pull out like a Pokemon Red, which I'm like, that's never going to happen to me. But I've actually seen that a few times on Pokemon Red, Pokemon Fire Red, Pokemon Silver. People pull those out of free bins. So I went to look in the free bin and I'm like, let me dig through there. And I'm like, wonder if I'll find a Pokemon game or something. No Pokemon game, but we did find a Madden 2002 for the Game Boy Color, which is pretty sweet. And then he brings the games and I'm like, yo. So first of all, we have a Game Shark Pro, and this is the 3.3 version. So this is like $30. Banjo-Kazooie, you guys. Take a look at that. And he had it priced at $8. So I kind of went off the pricing that were on there. I was like, well, you kind of have them priced already. But anyways, $8 for Banjo-Kazooie. Mario Kart with a little bit of a ripped label. We didn't actually pay $8, and we didn't pay $20. Again, we paid $50 for everything. Super Mario 64. Pokemon Stadium 2, you guys. This is a banger, like $60. Super clean copy too. And we can't forget about Donkey Kong 64. And then when he brought the console and I saw this, I was like, I bet you there's an expansion pack in there. And there was. So yeah, that's sort of everything we got today. Let's not forget this $200 printer that we got for $10. Hopefully it works. Oh, but this isn't even everything. I totally forgot that there is stuff in the garage from this one sale I went to where it was crazy. The guy kept telling me depressing stories about his life and his son committing suicide and stuff. And they kept trying to sell me on buying a bunch of their things. And I'm like, I just don't need all that crap, but I will take some of your stuff. And I end up getting a bunch of cameras, digital cameras, 35 millimeter cameras, a couple VHS players, fish finder, Sony camcorder. Anyways, just a bunch of stuff like that is really dirty because it was in this shed. Mouse poop everywhere, gross. My hands were dirty afterwards. I felt very dirty afterwards, but that's something I got to go through and clean. Overall today, I'm going to estimate, with the N64, the printer, everything else we pulled out, easily over $1,000, from one day of hunting. And majority of the stuff is like good sell-through rate stuff, which is what I'm trying to do more of these days. But yeah, hope you enjoy the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. And if you would engage my content, that would help me kind of be in the favor of YouTube's algorithm. So make sure you leave a comment on the video as well. Give it a thumbs up if you like what you see. Tell me what you like in the comments. And make sure you ring that bell notification to be informed on future videos that I release. Till then, we'll see what happens next.